Friday by two gentlemen. They owned it was some type of insurance business, but they said they were having some comedians come in to do a couple, like 5 minutes in front of them and their other partner, and then they were going to decide who they wanted to bring to their holiday party. And it would be that. It was a great paying gig. Everything was fantastic. So I went on a Thursday. I did probably 4 minutes and didn't get any reaction. Then they said, "Okay, we'll let you know if we decide anything." So the next day I get a call and they said, we'd like you to be the guy. So I said, "Okay, cool." So I show up at this place on Saturday night, and where it's at is, it looks like it used to be a travel agency that went under in like 1970. It was in one of those like shopping malls, but old shopping malls, like, with the angled buildings and brick, and it was very ominous. I should have gotten out of there then, but I was too greedy. I wanted the money.
Well, I need to check. Yeah.
So I go in, and everybody's nice and wonderful. It's a good time, and they're eating, and then the entertainment portion comes in right before I'm getting ready to go on stage. The event organizer comes into the back and says, "Okay, well, we had a little bit of a mess up last night, and there was some bickering going on, and we had two things planned. We were going to have our spoken word poetry night last night, and then the comedy tonight, but it got rained out, so we're just smashing the two together, and we're just going to let a couple poets go up and do their poetry, and then you can go up and do your comedy thing." And so that's a nightmare, like, alone, because they're two completely separate tones. Like, you have the slam poetry, which is very intense and very, serious, and then comedy's not. So I'm going after the poets. I have no idea how they're going to whip up the crowd and what emotions, happy, sad, whatever. First one goes up. It's very neutral. It's just a generic poem. The next one's kind of sad. Now the last person goes up there, and African American lady. That's important to the story. And she says this, and I'm standing next to the stage, and like my knees buckled. She goes, "Okay, my poem is entitled 'Being Released from the Hands of the White Man.'" And it is a 10-minute intense freeing from slavery epilogue. Like, I was almost moved to tears on the side, and I'm supposed to go up and make dick jokes after this. And I bombed. I didn't make one person in that entire room laugh. It was 20 minutes of just saying words and no reactions. So that was the last corporate gig I ever did.
That's intense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
that's lucky. Awful. Yeah. Well, I'm not saying I've never had awful stories. Like, I've had a person right before going on go, "Oh, hey, just so you know, this is kind of a rough crowd." It was a commuter school. It was a community college. So most of the kids would drive there, do the class thing, and then get in their cars and drive home at the end of the day. So it's not like college, it's commuter school. So it's the middle of nowhere. And this woman, right before I go on, goes, "Hey, just so you know, last week, the comedian got booed off stage. Don't worry. If that happens to you, you'll still get paid. We know they're tough. We're just trying a new program, seeing how it goes." So, okay. Hey, everybody, welcome. Please welcome the mind reader. Like, okay, here we go. And I did my job and made people laugh, and they clapped, and it was great. And then she goes, "Holy crap, I've never seen anybody pull it out like that. That's amazing." So that was fun. I mean, I've bombed in front of 2,000 people.
Knowing, though, in advance that people are going to laugh.
Right, exactly. Yeah, I did bomb in front of 2,000 people. That's a whole 45-minute story of context surrounding this 15-minute block of time that did the whole time dilation horror film. It's like it's just moving in slow motion and everything's crashing. Yeah, it was a 15-minute car crash that lasted for hours in my experience and takes like an hour to tell right. It was
like
horrible.
You saw that coming. It seems like you saw that coming.
Yeah,
though, mind reader.
I wish, but time doesn't have a mind to read.
Oh,
that's why I don't. That's why I don't claim to be a psychic or be able to predict the future. So that goes back to the idea of. So see, I still remember. How many tricks are there? Are the tricks already done and they're just getting rehashed, or how is it to think of new ones? Well, really, there's mind-to-mind communication. There's predicting the future. There's influencing somebody's choice. There's moving something with your mind. There aren't that many different skills to demonstrate. So there aren't really that many tricks to do, if that makes sense, right? There aren't that many different narratives to employ for a routine. So I've pared it all the way down. I just claim to be a mind reader. Just go, look, I'm going to read your mind. There you go. So and weird mental coincidences happen, right? Kind of serendipity thing. But really, I'm a mind reader. So I use my 5 senses to make it. Huh?
Do you go looking for a new? It seems to me that there's always that for people who want to be like magicians or whatever. There's that kind of drive, even if they may not entertain it all that often, but to be the one that comes up with something that's like new and innovative. Like, how do you keep from becoming just stale and burn out with routines?
Yeah. I've made peace with the fact that I'm not creative in that dimension. Right. So think of it like this. Chris Angel worked for years and years and years doing this really different, innovative illusion show. And Chris Angel was the character, right? That was the Chris Angel character. Yeah.
So hot.
And he spent his life cultivating this thing and getting a following. And then some producers just like, your look is amazing. We could make this work. Right.
Mm-hmm.
And then you get booked to do a special, a TV special. So you go, all right, fuck it. I've been doing this trick, and we can make it do this. All right. Yeah. Let's do that. Now you just filmed your life's work. And then the executives go, okay, what do you got for us next year? So how do you cram 30 years worth of practice into 6 months so that you can film it and then shoot it for next year's release?
With Ryan Seacrest, he can drag out anything. Have you seen how he did those breaks on American Idol?
That's exactly it. You involve celebrities to improve your cachet, but you also hire creative consultants. You hire people who are really good at coming up with interesting premise for different tricks. All right, so you can read minds, but what would be really neat is if you could read somebody's mind while they had aluminum foil over their head or whatever the idea is.
Laying on a bed of nails while someone walked on top of you, bouncing an elephant. I could do that job. How do I sign up?
Well, you get to be my buddy Brent, who that is literally his job. He's a magic consultant. Magicians hire him because he's got great ideas. Now, he can devastate your brain. He's phenomenally skillful, but he has absolutely no drive to be a world famous magician. Right? He doesn't want to be known as a performer. His interest is in dreaming up new things. So then he dreams up new things and goes, hey, Jonathan, plus we've known each other for something like 15 years now. So he's one of the few people who really understands my character, what I'm trying to do, the environments where I do it, the type of opportunities that are available to pull it off. So he really understands me and what I'm all about. So then he can go, hey, I got this idea for a thing, and I think it'd be perfect for you. Here's what I'm thinking. And then I go, holy shit, that would be amazing. Here's a ton of money because that's going in my next show. And then I take out one piece from the show that's not as good as that new thing that he just told me. And I go, all right, so this is a lot of volunteers' body language reading routine. So I'm going to take that one out and put this one in because it is better fit for that part of the show. It's a better piece to convey my character. It's a better piece to connect with the audience more effectively. So there's so much more to the question of, well, what am I going to do today, than just what trick I think is neat. Because there are tricks I think that are neat that I just can't perform well. For whatever reason, I couldn't make it work with an audience after 10 times of trying. I go, all right, maybe I just don't have the skills for it yet, as far as presentation skills or whatever. So I got to take it out and put that dumb thing that I don't understand why I have it in my show, aside from the fact that lots of people go, boy, that was my favorite thing. Because during the autograph line, I ask people, so what was your favorite thing in the show? So I know to keep it in. And that's just, if I don't hear something, then I know that I need to replace it with something else. But I get a really good distribution of, I liked that thing you did with the memory thing. Oh, I liked the thing you did with the book. Oh, I liked when you talked to everybody in the audience. That was neat. So just everybody has their own favorite thing. And I go, all right, then I guess the show's working pretty well.
We are so much alike. And we're hitting on the 90-minute mark. It flies so much faster when we have a show in here that is a lot of fun. But you just said something that it resonates with us, because there are many times where I go, I don't know why we're having another one of these, but these are the ones that people watch. It's the most interesting thing. We will have a show that I think is fascinating. Like when we have some of the PhDs come on and talk about like either space or the artificial intelligence thing. I think those are fascinating, and they do good, but they don't. They hail in comparison to someone who doesn't believe that viruses exist, or a guy that thinks that we are the center of the earth, or that pisses on himself for therapy.
Right.
Or drinks
a spectacle.
Yeah.
They're just like, well, okay, this guy's saying it's not going to titillate me, but look at this dumb motherfucker. Look, what kind of crazy shit are they going to talk about? Yeah, it's so weird what happens and what clicks and what doesn't. Yeah,
it is.
Neat.
People love. It's funny because we get so many people saying, "Stop doing these. Stop. Don't have another one of these." Yet, it's triple the views of everything else. I don't understand it, and sometimes I feel like we're helping with the problem, but it's too down.
Like, if you stopped clicking on it, we'd stop doing it.
But don't stop clicking, guys. Don't stop clicking.
Yeah, don't stop clicking.
We need a parody of that, like Journey. Don't stop clicking.
Don't stop clicking. Hold on.
Yes, this is good.
Yeah, there you go. There's the reason why I'm not a singer.
Listen, somebody asked me. Go ahead.
You might get to hear good singing at the end. If
is he here?
If you want a song. I think he just got back. Hey, John.
We'll do super chats real quick. Dave can. I can do them. I can pull them up.
No, I got them up, Kyle. I got them up.
Okay. Go ahead.
Yep. So we got Sandring Person for $20. This show just keeps getting better. Thank you for all the content. You're welcome.
We love you.
Esolican.
Next.
$2. I think Kyle must be simple. Date, bedroom, magic.
Fuck you, Issa.
I mean, I could show you a good time. It's those skills.
An invite.
Those skills do translate across domain. I'm just saying it's the different skills than the trick than what you're going to appreciate.
Yeah, Ascending person for another $20. I volunteered to get mentalized. Sounds like a good time.
Thank you.
Deal.
Trevor Hudson for $2. Steve McRae. Okay, got it. Thank you.
Oh God,
heard.
And Wellington
I think that's when
Smith.
We were talking about the PQ thing.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was.
Yeah.
And Wellington Smith for $5. Kyle, does your guest have a resource for starting doing mentalism just for fun, impressing your friends and family?
There you go.
Oh, there's a book. Think like a mind reader.
Yeah.
How about that, ladies and gentlemen?
And you can use the book as a prop to read your friends' minds.